Hi, everyone. I'm John Timpson, CTO of Qualtrics. And I'm so excited to be here at my first SAP TechEd to talk about experience management, the Qualtrics XM platform, and how the combination of SAP and Qualtrics is going to shape the future of enterprise software. Remember when Jürgen talked about the experience gap? Well, an experience gap is pretty simple to explain. It really is the painful delta between people's expectations and the experiences that most firms deliver. 17 years ago, Qualtrics was founded to help companies address these gaps. And along the way, it became clear to us that there were two fundamental types of data: operational, or O data, and experience, or X data. Now, O data is critical. It includes the data from things like sales, finance, and HR systems. It tells you win rate, profitability, employee attrition, all really important stuff. You can't run a business without it. Now, X data is fundamentally different than O data. It's the human factor data. It's the beliefs, emotions, and intentions that tell you why things are happening. The combination of X plus O data is how you create perfect experiences and close experience gaps. To be competitive in today's world, businesses must have the ability to interpret and analyze large amounts of X data and understand its relationship to the O data. That's why we built Qualtrics XM. We wanted a single place where our customers could collect experience data from their key stakeholders, including customers, vendors, suppliers, employees, and partners, so that companies could close experience gaps. So, how do you close experience gaps using Qualtrics XM? Well, it's all anchored around the idea of designing and operating and evolving an XM program, where you listen to real people, analyze the results, and take action. First, you start with subjects who've had an experience of some sort with your company. Like I mentioned before, these people include employees, customers, suppliers, vendors, and other key stakeholders from whom you want to get feedback. They form the backbone of any XM program. They are the source of the X data, or human factor data, that's so critical to helping you understand and close experience gaps. Next, you actually need to measure and collect X data. To do that, you have to have an X data collection system that works at scale, that allows you to gather X data in the moments that matter for your stakeholders. Your X data collection system should also allow you to personalize the experience for your stakeholders and make it convenient for them, so that they can provide feedback and X data through a browser, a smartwatch, or a messaging application. Then you need to analyze the data that you've collected to understand the key drivers behind the experience gaps that you might have. Of course, you combine X data with O data at this step to drive the right insights. This is the step where you realize that your most tenured employees are the least engaged, or that your newest customers are the ones that are least likely to return. And finally, you must take action on the insights that you gleaned from your analysis. And of course, you have to follow up with customers who give you feedback and let them know you're listening. But you also must fix the underlying root causes of systemic issues that are causing experience gaps. The XM platform powers Qualtrics XM. The XM platform contains all the capabilities that allow you to design, operate, and evolve XM programs, plus much more. With the XM platform as a foundation, we can now deliver applications that allow our customers to identify and close experience gaps. We've built 4 applications on the XM platform. Customer XM enables companies to listen to their customers at every meaningful moment, turning customers into fanatics. Product XM enables companies to launch breakthrough products by putting people at the heart of every decision. turning products into obsessions. Employee XM enables companies to improve the employee experience at every moment, turning employees into ambassadors. And Brand XM enables companies to understand their markets and competitors better than ever before, turning brands into icons. Introducing Qualtrics XM, 4 core applications and a unified platform to allow our customers to manage the 4 key experiences that matter to any business, all in a single, powerful SaaS platform. Okay, so how does Qualtrics integrate with the existing SAP product landscape? Well, one of the reasons that we're so excited about the combination of SAP plus Qualtrics is that the world's best businesses run on SAP. And we believe that the operational data that is present in SAP systems is critical to helping us deliver XM to the world. Our integration strategy is simple. It relies on sending selected O data from SAP systems to Qualtrics so that we have the data necessary for us to understand who to gather X data from, when to gather that X data, and how to interpret it. X data and derived insights and analysis will flow out of Qualtrics back into SAP systems. Let's take a concrete example. I'm going to turn it over to Milland, who's going to show you a demo of how X plus O works as it applies to a valve manufacturing company. We're really excited about this and believe that it perfectly shows the power of X plus O.
Thanks, John. Hello, everyone. When it comes to taking a product to market, there are 3 things every company needs to be sure of. First of all, you want to make sure that your customer feedback is incorporated into that product development process. Second, you want to make sure that those features that you do decide to build based on your customer feedback truly meet the needs of the customer. And third, you want to make sure that all these features that you decide to build are built with minimal time, with minimal costs, so that you can maximize the margins for your business. SAP's digital supply chain and experience management help you do exactly that. Let's take a look at an example of how a valve manufacturing company used this very technology to ensure that their products help achieve product market fit. What you see here is a dashboard view, a 360-degree view of everything that's happening in the manufacturing process of this company. On the left, you see data that's streaming in, which helps them understand how much is the demand from their customers, and also what's the projected inventory. What you see, the blue line here, is showing that the projected demand, the forecasted demand, is actually going to be declining, while the projected inventory, because they're going to continue building the same product, is going to keep building up. Now, that's not good. But that is where experience management comes into play. You can use the power of experience management to find out from your customers why the demand is falling down. So for example, here, you can see the Net Promoter Score, NPS. It's a gauge of customer satisfaction. What it tells you is that, well, for the most part, customers are pretty satisfied. But there is one area, which is product features, where the satisfaction is dropping down. In fact, using a technology called Text IQ, we can also understand what are the topics that customers are talking about. You can see that product features has a high level of negative sentiment, which probably explains why the demand for that product is falling down. We don't just stop there. If you double-click on it, you also get to see what are the deep-down insights, what are the real needs of the customers that are not being met, what are customers complaining about, what are the topics that really matter to them, which has a lot of dissatisfaction. For example, here, leakage detection in these valves is something that customers are pretty unhappy about. There's a huge level of negative sentiment. And this is great, because now you know exactly what is the problem you need to fix. But the story doesn't end there. Even though you know what the problem is you want to fix, the question is, how are you going to go about fixing it? As they say, there are 1,000 ways to skin a cat. Maybe you can decide to have a better sensor for your leakage detection system. Or maybe you can have a valve which can have a higher pressure, or maybe a better display system. There are various ways to address this problem. Some features, if you build, are more expensive. Some are less expensive. But the point is, you want to build features that really meet the needs of the customers. And that's, again, where experience management has a technology called conjoint analysis. All you do is you reach out to your very same customers, and you ask them which features truly matter to them, which features will really address their needs. Within a day or so, you can get back those results. What you see here is a result from conjoint analysis, where on the right is what you call as the baseline product. It's the product that exists today for them, which, as we all know, the demand is declining. But what gets interesting is what's on the left, which is the product with all new features, features that customers are saying they would like to have. Not just that, but features that customers are saying, if you were to build features like these, we would buy more of your product. So for example, here you can see the projected demand. You can see that if you build these features, your demand could go up from 16%, which is today, to 84%. And not just that, you can also see whether customers would be willing to pay more for those features. Nobody wants to build features if nobody's willing to pay for it. Now, your engineering team might say, well, this is great, but look, it's very expensive to build all these features. And that's when you need to make important trade-offs. How do you decide which feature to maybe leave out? And how would you know what that to do to your demand? Well, that's, again, where conjoint analysis can help you simulate what can happen in these different scenarios where if you decide to not have a feature or have a feature. For example, here, let's say I decide that I don't want this IoT notification. Would that change my demand? Well, let's see. If you decide to remove a feature in this case, we see what happened to the demand. You can see that the demand shrunk from 84% to just 59%. So it looks like this one little feature alone had a big impact on the customer needs. With conjoint analysis, you can play around with different combinations of features and see which features truly matter, which features will help you really maximize the demand. In fact, experience management also takes that guessing out of the equation. With one simple click, you can just scan through those hundreds of possible permutations, and it helps tell you which is that one optimal set of features, that minimum viable product that can truly help you maximize your demand, that can help you also maximize the customer's willingness to pay, and therefore help you maximize your revenue. And now that you have this final set of features, you can just send them over to your engineering team, and they can then start building exactly to those specifications. And you can be rest assured that the three things that we started off with to help anyone achieve product market fit, making sure that you incorporate the customer feedback in your product design, making sure that the product features that you do decide to build truly meet the needs of the customer, and lastly, making sure that all these features are built in a timely manner with minimal cost so that you can maximize the margins for your business are met. That is the power of experience management. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Milind. So, thousands of customers have used Qualtrics XM to design and operate XM programs, ranging from entry-level EX programs for local retailers to sophisticated CX programs for large multinational insurance companies. But we always knew that in order to bring XM to the world, we would need to rely upon a world-class partner and developer ecosystem that could bring XM innovation to our shared customers. So we built and released the Qualtrics Developer Platform. Not only does this platform enable our ecosystem, but it also provides third-party developers and ISVs the ability to extend and customize the XM platform to meet the needs of their customers. Let's dig in. We built 3 core feature sets in QDP: XM Build, XM Create, and XM Extend. And each feature set offers different capabilities for different personas in our ecosystems. Let's take a look at these in order. XM Build. XM Build is a collection of low-code and no-code features in the XM platform that allows system integrators and power users to deploy the XM platform to their customers in a way that is customized to their businesses. The configuration and integration possibilities here are endless. For example, you could use our Actions feature, which is a low-code feature, to create tickets in an enterprise ticketing system. Or you could use our configuration editor for Xdata to create an Xdata collection flow that is customized to a particular industry and set of customers. Second, we have XM Create. XM Create is a set of APIs and SDKs to allow private standalone applications that meet the needs of your customers to be built. Remember earlier when I was talking about the XM platform? Well, the XM Create APIs expose much of the capabilities of the XM platform through RESTful APIs, allowing many innovative experience applications to be built. We've seen universities build classroom solutions where students evaluate professors and content in real time, an e-commerce retailer creating real-time feedback solutions for bulky item delivery, and much, much more. Possibilities here are endless. Finally, XM Extend exposes a set of SDKs that makes it easy for ISVs to extend the capabilities of Qualtrics XM, building specialized plugins and reusable components. For example, say as a developer, you had an idea for a new visualization which showed CSAT trending on a map. You could build that widget and offer it as a built-in extension to the platform. We're very, very excited about QDP. There's lots of sessions on this week. Please go attend them. I'd also like to thank Jürgen for inviting me to be here with you all today. My hope is that you walked away with a better understanding of XM, the power of X plus O, and how Qualtrics plus SAP is a game changer in our new experience economy.
John, thank you so much.